Do you have a 401k plan but you aren't sure exactly how it works or how to maximize it? This video is going to be your mini masterclass on everything you need to know about your 401k plan, including top tips on how to manage and grow your money. First, let's level set with the very basics. A 401k is a retirement savings plan offered by employers to employees to help them save for retirement. It allows you as a worker to contribute a certain percentage of your income into this plan to help you exponentially grow your money over time. One of the main advantages of a 401k plan is the employer matching contributions, where your employer will match a certain percentage of the amount you contribute into your 401k plan up to a certain limit. This matching is essentially free money, which is an extremely great perk and another way to just help you save for retirement even faster. To qualify for a 401k plan, you need to be an employee of a company that offers the plan, and typically if you are a W-2 employee, then this will apply to you. However, there are also other options like a solo 401k. A solo 401k functions very similarly to a traditional 401k, except it is specifically designed for people who are freelancers or small business owners who want to save for retirement and receive similar tax advantages as traditional employees. This scenario likely doesn't apply to most of you, but if you do want a detailed video on solo 401ks or investment options for people who are self-employed, just let me know in the comments down below. There are two main types of 401ks. You have the traditional and then you also have Roth. In a traditional 401k, your contributions are made with pre-tax income. So before you even receive your paycheck, the contribution is taken off of your account, and this reduces your taxable income in the year in which the contributions are made. Taxes on contributions and earnings are deferred until you start withdrawing in retirement. On the other hand, Roth 401k contributions are made with after-tax dollars, meaning that your contributions are not tax deductible upfront, but qualified withdrawals in retirement are tax-free. Some employers do offer both Roth and traditional 401k options, but traditional 401ks are far more common. A term that you'll often hear associated with 401ks, whether they are Roth or traditional, is vesting. Vesting is a really important concept to understand when you are participating in a 401k plan, especially as it pertains to employer contributions. Vesting is the process of gaining ownership rights to the money that your employer contributes to your 401k account. While contributions you make to your 401k are always 100% yours, employer contributions are usually subject to a vesting schedule. This vesting schedule can either be graded, where you earn a certain percentage of your employer's contributions over several years, or it can be a cliff, where you become fully vested after a certain period of service, say 3 years or 5 years. If you leave your job before you are fully vested, you may forfeit some or all of your employer's contributions. So understanding your plan's vesting schedule is really important to help you make informed career decisions and plan well for your financial future. Now I want to switch to highlighting 3 key features and benefits of a 401k, starting off with tax advantages. So I already touched on this a little bit earlier, so I'll add a slightly more for additional context. Contributing to a traditional 401k can result in substantial tax savings, especially if you are in a higher tax bracket right now. You don't pay taxes on the earnings until you withdraw in retirement, when you will presumably be in a lower tax bracket. On the other hand, Roth 401ks can be helpful if you anticipate being in a higher tax bracket in retirement, since at that point you will have tax-free withdrawals of that money. The next benefit is investment options. So some 401k plans are very limited in the options that you have to choose from, but others have a wide array of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds that you can choose to invest in. And this array of options can help you to manage your risk and enhance your overall returns as you diversify your portfolio. Many 401k plans offer target date funds, which automatically adjusts your asset class mix of stocks and bonds as you age closer to retirement. So the investment strategy becomes far more conservative as you get older. In my opinion, target date funds are the easiest way to invest if you are a total beginner and you want to be kind of more hands-off with your investment portfolio. But overall, having access to a variety of investment options can help you tailor your portfolio to your risk tolerance, your preferences, and your time horizon for retirement. The third benefit is portability. So 401k plans are designed to be portable, meaning that you can take it with you when you switch jobs. When you switch jobs, you have a number of different options. You can either leave your 401k with your former employer, roll your 401k into your new employer's retirement account, or you can transfer your old 401k into an IRA. This flexibility of options makes sure that your retirement savings are not left behind or forgotten. Now that you understand the basics of 401ks and how they work and the key benefits, let's get into 3 common misconceptions, because this is the area that trips many people up and they get very confused and lost. Misconception number 1 is that you only need to contribute the maximum of your employer's match. Many people believe that contributing anything beyond the maximum employer match to their 401k is not necessary, but this is just not true. If you've watched some of my other videos on this channel, I know that you've heard me say that the minimum that you should contribute to your 401k is the maximum company match, if that makes sense. You basically want to ensure that at least you are getting your company match. This is just so that you don't miss out on any free money. But you should not just stop there, because that is not enough to secure a comfortable retirement overall. In general, it's usually recommended to save about 15% of your income for investing in retirement. And in the vast majority of cases, this goes far beyond your employer's match limit. You can obviously choose to invest using other types of retirement accounts, like a Roth IRA, for example, but however you choose to do it, just know that contributing just to the maximum of your company's match is not going to cut it. The second common misconception is that you cannot touch the money in your 401k until you retire. It is true that 401ks are designed for long-term savings, obviously, since it's for retirement, but there are certain provisions that allow you to withdraw early in certain circumstances, such as financial hardship, purchasing your first home, or covering serious medical expenses. But you shouldn't get too excited, because early withdrawals often come with significant taxes and penalties, which can significantly reduce the amount of money that you receive. Additionally, some 401k plans offer loan options where you can borrow against your 401k and then pay yourself back with interest. Usually the amount that you can borrow is limited to the lesser of 50% of your vested account balance, or $50,000. There are many downsides to doing this though, and it's not a strategy that I would generally recommend. So if this is something that you are thinking about doing, I would highly recommend that you spend your time doing your research and understanding the consequences of failing to repay that loan. Misconception number 3 is that rolling your 401k into an IRA is always a good idea. As I mentioned earlier, when you switch jobs, you do have the option of rolling your old 401k into an IRA. And this is something that I did when I switched jobs a couple years ago. I used a service called Capitalize to do this. And this video is not sponsored by Capitalize, by the way, but I have a really easy time using that service to do that. I would say that rolling your 401k into an IRA is not always the best option for everybody. Rolling your 401k into an IRA does open up a broader range of investment options, especially if you have an employer whose investment options for the 401k are already very limited. You should still consider your other options. Leaving your 401k with your former employer can offer you some benefits, such as lower institutional fees. 401k plans offer protection under the Employee Retirement Income Security Act that IRAs do not. It gives you protection from creditors in bankruptcy. Before making your decision on whether to move your 401k or just leave it as is, definitely consider the fees, the investment options that you have, and then also if it is beneficial to you to have your plan protected under the ERISA Act. Now that you know what not to do, let's talk about how to optimize your 401k plan, because contributing consistently is great, but you want to make sure that you are optimizing your plan's potential. First is evaluating your contributions. So the IRS sets the contribution limits for 401ks, and these do change year to year. So depending on which year you are watching this video, I would highly recommend that you do a Google search to find out the most up-to-date information, but I can tell you that for 2024, the contribution limits are $23,000 with an additional catch-up contribution of $7,500 allowed for individuals who are 50 and over. So we already talked about how contributing just the maximum to get your employer match overall is just not enough, but it is a good start. However, I'm not suggesting that you need to fully max out your 401k contributions every year. Investing is highly individualized, so you'll really need to consider your personal circumstances and make that decision for yourself. Next, make sure you have the right asset allocation. Asset allocation refers to how you distribute your investments across different asset classes like stocks and bonds. The right asset allocation depends on your risk tolerance, your timeline to retirement, and your investment goals. If you are a younger investor, you may be more open to a more aggressive investing approach where you focus primarily on investing in stocks. And then as you age closer to retirement, that is the time to shift to a more conservative approach and hold more in bonds. Regularly reviewing and adjusting your asset allocation, make sure that your investment approach is in line with both your goals and the market conditions. This brings me to my third point, which is rebalancing. Rebalancing your 401k periodically is necessary to maintain your desired asset allocation. Over time, market fluctuations can cause your asset allocation to deviate from your original plan, which can cause you to be exposed to more risk or can potentially lower your returns. Rebalancing can involve selling your assets that have performed well and buying those that have underperformed in order to bring back your asset allocation to your target. Many 401k plans offer automatic rebalancing options, which can really simplify this process for you. To round off this discussion, let me leave you with 2 practical tips on how you can better understand and manage your 401k. Tip number 1 is to read, and I am referring to reading your 401k plan documents. These are really important documents that will tell you what you need to know about your investment options, the vesting schedule, employer matching contributions, withdrawal rules, and how your plan works in general. These documents are really important to read so that you are able to make informed investment choices and decisions. Tip number 2 is to leverage tools. There are several online tools which can help you to plan for your retirement savings. There are retirement investment calculators which can help you determine how much you need to save in order to reach your retirement goals. And there are risk assessment questionnaires which can help you figure out your risk tolerance. I personally like to use calculator.net and play around with the numbers to see what my retirement savings could look like. And again, I'm not sponsored by this website in any way, but I will leave it down in the description box below so you can check it out for yourself if you find it helpful. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have found it helpful. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you have made it this far, go ahead and just subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future uploads.